Boy, do I have a story for you. Hey everybody, it's Lisa Zamora with PMZ Real Estate here in Northern California, and today I want to talk about sort of how things have been for me lately. It's been kind of crazy, and the reason why I say that is because, and you probably know this by the title of the video, but I got tested positive for COVID. Yay! So what did it do for me? It was probably one of the most horrible experiences of my life. It took me out for a couple weeks, made things really hard. As most of you know who have been following my channel, I have 3 kids, and we, both my husband and I tested positive. We had symptoms, and we had the whole debacle and all that sort of stuff, and it was absolutely horrible. It was like having the flu, but like 10 times worse. So because of that, we had the kids tested. All of them were negative, thank goodness. And we secluded ourselves best we can, since we were, we're the parents. So we had to do the best that we could. And so it meant literally being sicker than a dog in my bed with a mask on. I wore a mask for like 10 days straight, because when you get diagnosed with COVID, you have to quarantine for 10 to 14 days. We did everything right. We had, multiple disinfecting all throughout the time, just to make sure that none of the kids got it. But it was not a pleasant experience. I still had clients that I was dealing with all this time. I still had all this sort of stuff, and they never knew. And I didn't, being COVID, I didn't want to freak anybody out, right? And while I did have symptoms, it was basically like the flu for me. Like, I had aches, I had excruciating pain. I have I have 3 kids, and I literally felt at one point that I was like starting labor again. I had so much pain, and I'm like, what is even happening? It was not pleasant. So, but I still had to work. So I did the best that I could. We did everything that we could do. Luckily, we are cleared now. Everything's okay now. All of our kids made it out. We made it through. And so I just wanted to update everybody as to why I missed a video recently, and why I might have been slow contacting people. I didn't want to freak anybody out, so I didn't tell anybody at the time, except for my immediate family, who I felt needed to know, just in case things went the wrong way. But yeah, so I'm all better. Hubby's all better. Everybody's all better. House is nice and clean, cleared out. I feel superhuman now. So yeah, that was an experience. A lot of people are probably going to be like, oh, well, you just probably weren't safe. You've been taking trips lately. We've seen it, all this sort of stuff. No, even though we did take a family trip and all this sort of stuff, we were being very safe. We were social distancing the whole time. Disinfecting, have been doing all that. We became victims of other people not being safe. And that's sort of the message that I kind of want to remind people, is that, yeah, a majority of the population is starting to get vaccinated. My husband and I got the first shot before we came down in contact and came in contact with it. Well, we got the first shot before we started showing symptoms. We think we came in contact with it before we got our first shot. So we were like right there. We were like so close. But as soon as they opened it up to our demographic, we signed up for it. And we've been social distancing, hand sanitizing, washing our hands, masks, all that sort of stuff the whole time. So we weren't being unsafe. We were following all the guidelines and all that sort of stuff. We still have to get our second shot. So we're still getting vaccinated, even though we might not need to, but better safe than sorry, because we don't want to go through that again, right? So it's just, sort of a reminder that while we're in this transition and while people are being safer or we're getting more ability to go out and stuff like that, please still be safe. Vaccination is a prevention, but it's not a complete safeguard. So while yes, it helps you not get the disease, you can still get it. So don't think that you're completely immune, because there's no such thing as complete immunity. So just be careful. Please be careful. Please be safe. This thing is still out there and it is not fun, and I would not wish it upon anybody. Especially not people who may have underlying health conditions and stuff like that. Luckily, me and my husband are not these people. We really, he didn't suffer nearly as much as I did. So luckily, we're relatively healthy people and we were able to bounce back really quickly, but I would not want anybody to go through it. So please be safe. And yeah, I want to make, just wanted to share a little bit of where I was, what I've done, laid in bed, lost a week of my life because I have no recollection. And everybody in my house is like, yeah, well, you slept for like a week. Because I couldn't even begin to tell you. I was completely lost. I was lost. But in retrospect now, I'm glad it only ever got as bad as it did and it didn't get worse. So I'll take it. Clearly that's just what was meant to happen. I don't know. I'll take not getting worse and not having my kids get it. So if I have to suffer for a week to make sure nobody else that I love and care about gets it, then I'll take it. It's fine. I am a big girl. I can handle it. On a lighter note, I have started to expand my social media presence. So I have a TikTok now. Not really much on there because I literally opened it 2 days before I came down with COVID, and like I said, it took me out. It wiped me out. So over there, however, unlike this channel where I share just a little bit of my personal stuff and it's mostly real estate, over there is going to be sort of the flipped. It's going to be just a little bit of real estate and more of like more fun, personal, social media type stuff. So if you're not into that, that's fine. But if you are and you find that interesting, I will go ahead and put my usernames and links and all that good jazz down there. And please check it out. So I hope you all stay safe. I hope to see you again next time. And thanks for watching.